Okay, Diwali is coming and everybody's talking about abundance. So let's just talk about how to be abundant for the rest of your life. And they're not very hard things actually, really simple things. First of all is if you are in 2024, you should protest against the rule of the experts and hierarchy. And you should just upgrade yourself at a level by studying, by figuring stuff out, by putting yourself in situations which are hard, but just do not accept a hierarchy and rule of experts. That's meant for a generation that's not this. Number one, don't be MSG, what I call middle class, smart and determined kid. You can also call it poor, smart and determined kid. Don't be that. Only 1% of the world in general is considered rich and smart. But I think everybody's smart. I think everybody's creative. You just have to tap into that and you have to kind of hone it on the side while you do everything else that you do. This smartness of yours, whatever that is, you have to work on it for yourself. That's like a self work. That's like brushing your teeth. So, for example, I have very high IQ, which means I am very good at pattern recognition, and I take the pattern and I actually put it in the digital world, which also means that I can actually very easily identify if something will work or not in a couple of tries. Like in 2 times, 3 times, I will know that this pattern is working or not working, and which means I can depict failures and successes pretty well. And I'm talking about the world at large, how objects work, patterns work, trends work, people work, etc. So you can fool me twice, but you really can't do it thrice. So this is a skill I've known forever. So I've honed it, but I've honed it in my own time. It applies to all parts of your life, but you have to know what is that very unique thing to you. So if you know that, then you're not MSG, which is middle class, smart and determined. You are rich, smart and determined. And it's important to earn money because it kind of gives you a little bit of distance from what are you supposed to do. There is nothing that you're supposed to do. You're supposed to do what you want to do. For that, financial abundance is really, really critical. Don't read what everybody else is reading. Read very out of the way stuff. Read very eclectic stuff. Be non-linear. Don't tout what everybody's touting. PR is not reality. The best-selling book is mostly shit. So don't go that way. Know yourself really, really well. It takes a little while, but spend effort, time, money, experiences in just knowing yourself. You'll figure out the rest of the world. But if you can't figure yourself out, everything else is a little bit of a mirage. It doesn't matter how much you know about the world and how many data points you can spout and how logical you are. If you don't know yourself, you will not have gravitas, and over a period of time, you won't be respected. Have a network which is impossible to buy, and that only happens as a compound interest of the amount of acts you've done with somebody, the amount of life you've lived with them. So if I have a 10-year relationship with somebody, 15 year, 20 year, 25 years, that compounding nobody can actually replicate. Number one. Number two, within this network, have a project that is completely yours and that you actually just don't talk about. It's your own. You keep it very close to your heart and you keep it private and untouchable, because this is where the strength comes from. It really doesn't come from all the videos that you put out there, all the work that you're out there, the designations, the families, the status, all of that bullshit. It really doesn't matter. Have a inner private life and a network that is completely yours, that you just keep very, very silent about. And within all of this, you realize that you've created a place in the world for yourself where you are safe, secure, stable, and creating something of value. Because as a human, we are not here to do somebody else's agenda. We are here to do our own agenda, and we know what that is. We know the pull of the soul in a way, right? So create that space for yourself, and then everything else will fall around it. And that, I think, is the way to be abundant, not just today, but forever.